Nothing But the Truth. Hello, I'm Raj Chengappa of India Today and your host for Nothing But the Truth. Every week, I'll bring you insights and clarity on a major topical issue that matters to you without holding back on the truth. With the dates for the general election, the all-important general election 2024 being announced on March 15th, we are going to see the world's largest democracy give its verdict across 7 phases that begins on April 19th and ends on June 1st, with the counting to begin on June 4th. While many pollsters think it is a done deal and that the BJP, the ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, will cruise to a third consecutive majority, no political party should take the Indian voter for granted. So the big questions are, will the BJP not only win a majority, but get the phenomenal 370 seats they are aspiring for, and of course, looking for the NDA to get a record 404 seats. Also, let's examine what are the key factors in the issues that will determine the outcome of the elections. What are the ruling BJP strengths and where will they be challenged the most? Can the opposition, particularly the India Alliance, stage a recovery and push the BJP below the majority mark? So to answer these big questions, I am delighted to welcome to the show a psephologist, Pradeep Gupta, founder of Axis MyIndia. Pradeep has a highly successful track record, especially for the India Today group. So Pradeep Gupta, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much, Raj.
Now, Pradeep, let's get to the key question. The BJP aspires to move its tally from 303 seats to 370 this time and push the NDA by another 50 seats to cross 400 this time. What do you think is the key things that the BJP needs to do if it has to bump its both its own tally as well as that of the NDA?
So, thank you, Raj, for inviting me to your show. Now, coming to the BJP tally of 370 and NDA 400 plus, that is what has been projected by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Now, we will try and figure out various possibilities if it is possible or otherwise.
Right.
So, I have divided the whole India, the 543 parliamentary constituencies in 3 groups.
Okay.
One group is that group number 1, where there are about 250 odd seats, out of which BJP has the NDA. I am using jargon of NDA only, for the better clarity and understanding rather than using BJP. So I am using NDA, that is better. And what is the NDA tally last time? The 2019 election result was 352 seats, meaning they need 48 more seats to cross 400 mark, what they have been projecting for.
Absolutely.
Now, I have divided these states into 3 major groups where, as I mentioned, total 257 seats, out of which NDA has won 230 seats, meaning out of 250 odd, roughly 240 seats, meaning a strike rate of more than 95%.
Right.
More than 95%. And which
That's
are
phenomenal.
these states?
Yes.
And which are these states classified under this group by me?
Yeah.
Maharashtra, Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Karnataka, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Haryana, Delhi, Uttarakhand, and some UTs and Himachal Pradesh.
Right.
So there is no room to grow further for sure in this group. We are sitting at the maximum level possible as far as the NDA goes. Coming to the group 2, where NDA has done very good, but not as good as group 1.
Right.
Which are these states in this group? Uttar Pradesh, Bengal, Odisha, Telangana, Assam, and northeastern states apart from Assam, which is 11 seats it contributes to.
Right.
So these are total about 185 seats. BJP, NDA has won 109, roughly 60% strike rate.
Okay.
As against 95%
90%.
was in the
95%.
group 1.
Right.
Yeah, so out of this 185 seats, BJP has won, NDA has won 109 and lost in 76. So
Right.
here there is some room to improve NDA tally out of these 76 seats which they lost. And particularly in Uttar Pradesh, NDA won 64, there is a room for 16 seats. Bengal, NDA or BJP won 18 seats, there is a room for 24 seats.
Right.
Odisha, out of 21 total seats, BJP won 8 seats, so there is a room for at least 13 seats. And Telangana, out of 17, BJP won 4 seats, so there is a room
Right.
for 13 seats. This is where I see, if at all possibility to improve the tally, this is the group. But
Right.
max to max 20, 30 seats, what else? Out of these 77 seats, 76 seats, which they lost last time. Already they had the strike rate of 60% in this group.
Right.
Now the group 3, where BJP has the strike rate of 5%, or NDA has the strike rate of 5%, meaning 95% seats won by opposition parties.
Wow.
Which are these states? Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry, 40 seats. Kerala,
Right.
20 seats. Andhra Pradesh, 25 seats. Punjab, 13 seats. And Kashmir, 3 seats,
Right.
which totaling to 100 odd seats, and BJP or the NDA could win only 5. And that too, in the alliance of AIDMK won 1 seat
Right.
in Tamil Nadu, in Punjab, in alliance with Akali Dal, where BJP and Akali Dal with alliance as NDA, they won 2 seats each. This time, at, at this point of time till now, there is no alliance of BJP or NDA as far as AIDMK or Akali Dal
That's right.
goes. Meaning BJP or NDA won here only 2 seats in or that too of Punjab. They lost 98 seats. Big room is there, but the question is, and this is the precisely reason why we all witnessing Prime Minister Modi, what we call it, South Surgeon. He's been there in all these 3 states, making all possible efforts in Tamil Nadu, Kerala, and Andhra Pradesh. In
Okay.
last 10 days, at least we have seen he has visited 2 to 3 times in each of these states.
Right.
So this is the total thing. But having said that, this is the one side of the story, the
Right.
possibility from NDA point of view, which you asked for.
Now let's come to the other side of the story. And then I'm going to drill down the numbers for you on each one. If you sit on the opposition side, which is
Yeah.
the India Alliance and of course the other regional parties that may not have joined the alliance, their chances of winning seems to be really, if they're able to bring, from what you have described, able to bring the BJP down to below 272, and thereby, in some senses, threatening Mr. Narendra Modi, Prime Minister's reign. And then, of course, it becomes anybody's game if they're able to drop the BJP to 230. Where do you see them making a mark? What are their strengths and what are the challenges they face? If you take it from the other side, you've looked at the BJP side.
So, as you pointed out, strength that anybody can see that where the strength lies as far as the opposition goes,
Right.
which is the get united to put forward some kind of a fight, which this opposition, all the parties realize this, particularly starting 1 year back. Nitish Kumar realized this when he was with the opposition fold, with the India Alliance fold, and he tried and stitched the coalition. He visited practically to most of the big states, including of Odisha,
Right.
Of course, he visited Maharashtra, he visited West Bengal, he visited Odisha, he visited Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, everywhere. Try and forge the alliance.
Right.
Why is that so? Because BJP alone in this 19 election could secure 37.8 percentage vote share, meaning
Right.
the, the 62% of vote share is there to grab. I am not saying, and nobody is saying that that all 62% can be grabbed. No, even out of this 62 percentage point, if you can secure all put together the 40%, you are ahead of BJP or the NDA in that sense.
Because they won 37% last time. BJP alone won 37%. What was the
Alone one.
percentage that the NDA won?
NDA was 45%, the 7%.
Right.
Then what had happened after then and now? After last 1 year, JDU, which secured 16 seats, is too big a number. Shiv Sena, they won 19 seats, too big a number. Akali Dal, though they secured 2 seats, but a sizable vote share in Punjab. AIDMK, though they won 1 seat, but the vote share is too large, being a main opposition party in Tamil Nadu. All these parties is not part of NDA 1 year back.
Right.
So this is the strength and the possibility which everybody is, the opposition parties were riding upon. But the problem is, every time they try and do from 1977 to 1989 to 96 and 98, the BJP were on the other side, and they also try and put this coalition government, but it was never successful. In fact, third
Right.
time BJP under the leadership of Atal Bihari Vajpayee could last 5 years from 1999 to 2004.
Right.
And why that happens? So because they have badly in 13 days government and 13-month government fall flat because of so-called opposition unity.
Right.
So nobody wanted another election in the span of 4 years, the third election. So they lost for all 5 years.
Right.
And then finally the BJP, the India Shining, lost the election, general election 2004. Yeah. So this is the story. Now, why this is happening, and if you see who are these opposition parties, except left parties, which has hardly any relevance, they could not win even a single seat in alliance with Congress party in assembly election in Bengal. 2021 assembly election, they could not, out of 294, neither Congress nor left party could win a single seat. Can you imagine?
Right.
So why is this happening? Why they are falling flat? Because सब तो अपने क्षेत्र में राजा है, वेदर बंगाल और तमिलनाडु और कश्मीर और आंध्र प्रदेश और व्हाटएवर यू कॉल इट, सब राजा है, बट सबको महाराज बनना। अब हाउ इट इज पॉसिबल? भाई महाराज तो एक ही बन सकता है ना।
राइट।
एंड जो महाराज की पोजीशन पे लेगेसी जिसके साथ है, एंड ट्रेडिशन जिसके साथ है, एंड लार्ज बेस अक्रॉस द स्टेट जिसके साथ है, कांग्रेस, which is in the very weak turf, that is number 1 point. And second point is that all these regional party emerge on the cost of Congress party. And these regional party, because मैं उनको हमेशा कहता हूं कि उनका पेट कांग्रेस की पीठ से लगा हुआ। व्हाट डज इट मीन? जो पेट का मतलब होता है रोजी रोटी, लाइवलीहुड, उनका एग्जिस्टेंस, रेलेवेंस इज बेस्ड आउट ऑफ कांग्रेस। सो इफ दे ट्राई एंड कंसीड द स्पेस टू द कांग्रेस, तो बोलेंगे कि भाई आपने अपने पेट पे ही लात मार दिया।
राइट।
Which is not the case. So that is the reason why you see जनता दल में वापस नीतीश कुमार एनडीए में आ गए, which is a big blow. He was supposed to be a founder of India Alliance in that sense. ममता बनर्जी भी नहीं कर रही है। आम आदमी पार्टी ने सिर्फ दिल्ली के अंदर यानी कि 7 सीट पे अलायंस हुआ, अदर साइड 14 सीट पे अलायंस नहीं हुआ। पंजाब प्लस चंडीगढ़ का मिला के 14 सीट्स। उधर पे आप चले जाइए कश्मीर में, तो पीडीपी और नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस अलायंस नहीं कर रहे हैं। सो द बैक टू स्क्वायर, जहां से चले थे वहीं पर ही जाके सब लोग खड़े हो गए। सो दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम कि जब तक आप, एज ए लीडर, हु आर यू? एज अ पार्टी, हु आर यू? व्हाट इज योर ऑब्जेक्टिव? व्हाई यू आर इन द एग्जिस्टेंस? You are representing people. You are a public representative. And you are seeking the mandate for this very purpose. And
Right.
because of self-interest of individual or the family or the parivar or the party, you are losing and losing again and again.
Right. So, I
This
mean,
is the
but if you look
problem with
at
the Putin.
now if you look at what has happened, okay, the BJP very smartly moved and broke up the Maharashtra MVA, the Maharashtra Vikas Agadi, and split the Shiv Sena there, then split the NCP. Then Bihar, they won back Nitish Kumar and the JDU back to their fold. They have struck alliances in TDP, in Andhra. If you take a look at what is left of the India alliance and the fact that the Congress, after Rahul Gandhi has done 2 Bharat Jodo Yatras, has that strengthened the Congress? Because Congress is vital to defeat the BJP since it has direct contest in say around 200 seats with the BJP. Do you think the Congress today has a better chance of hitting the BJP, or is it like back in 2019, 2014, they're highly weak and they will not be able to tackle the BJP this time?
So Raj, good question you asked whether this Bharat Jodo and Nyaya Yatra of Rahul Gandhi, which that hold good or is, for the prospect of Congress. See, I'll tell you, since independence, Congress has ruled roughly 60 years out of 75 years. Since then, nobody has tried and connect with the people at the top leadership and across the country. There are bits and pieces, they have been the cases. But across the country, nobody has tried to connect with the people of India.
Right.
And why there has to be a connect? See, if when you have to seek the vote, you try and make the connect with various means and ways. But that is when you are in need of those votes. What about their needs? The people's needs? Who will try and understand them? Who will address them until unless you understand that their needs, aspirations, culture? How can you do that? How can you rule them?
Right.
Because we were coming from the legacy of Mughals and Raja, Maharaja, Raja ka beta Raja, vagera, vagera, which continues after independence.
Right.
But there has to be some time as in this thing process when Narendra Modi came and he challenged this system. Why he could challenge that? Because he has the 15 years of connect with the help of organization, RSS organization as a pracharak. Then 15 years he has worked in BJP in the back office without holding any post, even MLA or
Right.
MP. This is the 30 year of connect, understanding of people and their needs. And then he met the chief minister, and then he proven himself. He done something good for the people
Right.
of Gujarat, which he could showcase in 2014 election कि आपने इनको 60 years दिए, आप मुझे 60 महीने दे दीजिए, so
Right.
that I try and bring some difference in your life. And this is what he have done, and literally on various accounts and parameters he could improve lives of the people at large. There is not a
We were
single percent
coming,
doubt in.
I'm going to come back to Mr. Modi. We were on the point of whether Rahul
So I'm coming
Gandhi's
to Rahul
Bharat Jodo
Gandhi. I'm coming
Yatra
to Rahul
will
Gandhi.
make a difference in this or not. He did two
Yes. So
yatras,
now
will it
again
make a
I am
difference?
coming to Rahul Gandhi. So I'll tell
Yeah.
you, to get successful in anything, and that to country diverse and large country like India, you need to have at least 15 year for graduation. The way the day you start as a standard 1 to get graduated,
Right.
12 plus 3. So what Rahul Gandhi has done, I was coming there only. In after 75 years, somebody from Congress has gone and tried and understand the people. What you
Right.
have been seen in the past one and a half year, the photo of Rahul Gandhi alongside various poor and lower strata people. Meaning
Correct.
what? He's seen in the truck with the drivers, he is seen in the farmland, he's seen with the fisherman, he's seen with the kids, meaning he's trying and connect with the people, but there is a gestation period, as I told you, 15 years. आपने अभी seed डाल दिया, after seed there will be the stem, and after stem there will be leaves, after
Right.
leaves there will be fruits of flowers, after
Right.
flower there will be fruits, and after that you consume the fruits or you
So you are
enjoy the
saying there
fruit.
is no startup industry, they go straight to unicorns within 5 years. In politics, you have to build the,
The
nourish
unicorn
the
also,
seed.
Raj, if you see
Right.
that, unicorn also, what you see 5 years, actually they have put forward the efforts of at least 10 years for sure. I'm more than convinced. Out of 100 startup, only 5 to 10 get successful and 1 or
Right.
2 gets the unicorn level. Let's be
Right.
very clear. We say
Right.
startup, every year 100 start, 90 failed.
But people will argue that Rahul Gandhi has been in power, I mean, in politics at least now for 20 years. So therefore, he has been, he's known to the general public and, has the Congress did rule the country for that many years during that period, 2004 to 2014.
That is where the difference is. That is where
Right.
precisely that you can be in the politics or anywhere you want to be for 50 year or even 100 year. The question is what you bring to the table. What is that value proposition you are bringing to my life when voters elect or select you? They evaluate very carefully. And Rahul Gandhi has never been in the power or any post where he can showcase his credential or the track record.
Right.
The other
Right.
side, they have the legacy of Congress rule. There are many
Right.
a good thing, but there are many a bad things also, which is making you difficult. You have seen
Right.
in case of Tejasvi Prasad Yadav, when 2020 election, assembly election, you could not see the photograph of Lalu Prasad Yadav in
Correct.
all the
Yes.
campaign. Why? And he has done phenomenally good and challenged the BJP like anything. With a very
Right.
slender margin, he could lose the election. Why? Because, yes, you are sitting on the legacy of Lalu Prasad Yadav, but there are so many bad things also associated with that, which you have to get rid of, which will take some time. And some time
So,
meaning you have to come out with a value proposition and the roadmap. See, there are problems. There will be problem in last 50 years. There are n number of problem, and there
correct.
will be problem in next 50 years also. But the
So
question
let's
is,
come,
who
Pradeep,
is
let's
better
come.
placed to solve this?
And that's why I want to come to Prime Minister Modi and brand Modi. How much of that is the BJP purely riding or India purely riding on brand Modi? And is that going to be the key factor that will determine the outcome of this general election?
So if you ask me this question, I will give you a very straight answer, and I am being very candid to this. Modi and without Modi. Is that you are
Right.
asking?
Correct.
How much is BJP and how much is the equity of Modi?
Yes. Yes.
Without Modi, under the tallest leader of this country, or particularly BJP, the Atal Bihari, and that is the Mandir movement in 1991. Under these so-called positive backdrop, BJP could win only 182 seats. So if you ask me today, I will be with the same point and the same number. If there is no Modi, BJP cannot win more than 180 seats. And with
Really.
Modi, whatever you are saying, 300 plus, which is the case. I hope I have answered. Because
And
there
why,
is a
tell me,
set of
why is that?
demography, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
because there is a set of demography which is roughly 15 to 20%. BJP could secure 18% of vote share, which is, you can say, equity of BJP as a party, whoever is there in the as a leadership. But the moment Modi comes, then he bring along the different set of demography, and from this 20% to 37 and then to 45% along with NDA parties. This
Right.
is the value of Modi himself on a individual vote share, I would say, contribution.
And why is that the electorate, normally you would expect after 10 years, a certain amount of anti-incumbency. You do have problems on the economy that we have seen when we did our own Mood of the Nation poll. India Today did just 2 months ago. Every question that we asked on the economy, people were giving a thumbs down virtually. But yet, when it comes to Prime Minister Modi, his popularity remains very high. They seem to trust him in some senses to deliver. Why is this phenomenon happening? Normally, any other leader would have crumbled. We saw how the UPA crumbled within 10 years. In the final lap of their 10 years, they just went really down.
Raj, since you have asked me this question, so I have to answer. I have no choice. But you or anybody should not qualify me or think that I am a BJP spokesperson.
Right.
Because you asked me why Modi has this kind of phenomenal popularity even after 10 years of rule, where the anti-incumbency starts setting in. I'll tell you. Now, when Modi came to the scene, 2014.
Right.
Now, when you see the India as a country, you need to understand what is this India all about. 70% rural, 30% urban, and out of this 30%, the absolute 10 number, which is 33%, is poor. So this 10% and that 70% total contributes to 80%. 80% of this population, the fact is, their livelihood, their lives less than $100 a month income. Less than $100 a month income. I have all study with me. I am not saying just for the sake of saying. Their household income is definitely not more than 8,500 rupees. Even last 20 years, even today. Some may have improved because of appreciation of rupees. Now, this is one fact. Now, before 14, can you imagine out of this 80% people, large number, when I say large number, 90% of this 80% used to go for open defecation, number one.
Right.
The cooking used to be done with the help of wood or cow dung. The female, which is 50% in this total group, has to largely depend for livelihood or for whatever economical resources with the men of the day. Housing, though there was Indira Awas Yojana even during the Indira Day, but the kind of scale, speed had happened after 2014 is phenomenal, number one. And then Modi ji made it compulsory, at least the housing will be given to the female or even to the in the joint name with the male. Then the bank account thing. Rajiv Gandhi used to say 15 rupees sent, 15 received or delivered. Now this leakage also, DBT is the brainchild of P. Chidambaram when he was a finance minister.
Yeah,
but
DBT,
again,
you're saying direct benefit transfer, the one that you said.
Direct bank transfer.
Yeah.
Direct bank transfer. That is where the 100 cent and 15 delivered. If you directly send to the beneficiary account, where is the question of leakage? And most
So you are
importantly,
saying that this in 80% or 90, close to that percentage, Mr. Modi in the last 10 years has delivered substantially to alleviate their various issues, whether poverty and other needs that were there. Am I right? That's why they
absolutely.
they
I am
trust in
saying
him.
most importantly, the female segment. Please understand, even in male, if female receive money in their hand, can you imagine the pleasure of a female who is a poor but still the owner of house? Can you imagine, even in our well-to-do family, if a female gets ownership of a house, can you imagine the pleasure? Can you imagine the pleasure of cooking in the gas? Have you ever seen male bringing the wood or the drinking water on their head? Have you ever seen this?
So you're saying
No.
the women vote will move decisively towards Modi and in this particular election. And that is tilting the balance very strongly in his favor. Am I right? Is that
and see the impact across you have to see the geographical and demographical impact. This is the India all about, and this is what Modi has done it by delivering all these social welfare schemes to the doorstep of the people. This is the
Now,
difference between before and after 2014.
one of the things that you notice, fair enough, they seem to be, from your estimate, very well placed. But why is there this desperation for the BJP to break various parties, whether in Maharashtra that we saw, then woo back the Janata Dal? If the BJP, the logic is, if the BJP was so well placed, do they have to do the kind of things that they are doing? Virtually they said they were a party with a difference, but they are now picking up right across the country. Where whoever can come to the BJP, they're welcoming them and doing that. Is that a sign of desperation, or is that because they want to touch the 370 or 400 mark, whatever they're targeting for, and that's why they're doing it? What is your own understanding of that? Is there an undercurrent of dissatisfaction which the BJP notices and therefore it is doing all these things?
So there is a one-word answer to this, your question: hunger.
And not hunger for food, but something else.
No, hunger because they have been kept away for more than 60 years from the power. And once they grab the power, they don't want to lose it at any cost. So they
Right.
do not want to leave behind any possibility where they start losing.
Okay.
वो राजनीति में बोलते ना कि एक आइडिया आपकी दुनिया बदल सकता है, तो ऐसे
Right.
राजनीति में भी कहते हैं एक विषय इशू आपकी जो विनिंग स्ट्रीट है उसको अदर वे टर्न कर सकता है। जो पहले कहते थे ना मध्य प्रदेश का इलेक्शन, सुंदरलाल पटवा लॉस्ट, एक ऑनियन का प्राइसेस बढ़ गया तो पटवा जी चुनाव हार गए।
Right. So you're saying
They
that
don't
they
want to
want
leave
to,
behind any possible possibility for opposition to grab.
even if it
That's
in
the
some
hunger.
senses dents brand BJP, in the sense that it seems like any other party. The Congress was accused of it, the BJP is doing that. And one state I want you to discuss that particular impact is Maharashtra, where it does have the second largest number of seats of 48. BJP and Shiv Sena had won it last time together. But now we've got the BJP split the Shiv Sena, it has split the NCP. Do you think the Maharashtra voter will sort of say, it's fine, this is Rajniti, let the BJP do what it is, we will still give the vote? What is your sense of the way Maharashtra will blow?
Maharashtra is the only one state which is totally different in terms of, we call it in corporate world, consumer behavior. The loyalty factor in Maharashtra, I'm talking about people of Maharashtra, is the highest in the country.
Right.
What does it mean? It means they have a solid loyalty to an individual.
Right.
Maharashtra is the only state, whatever statement I am making, the proof of this statement is that in 14 assembly election, all these four parties fought separately. And in Lok Sabha election in 14 itself, these parties fought combined with the alliance, NCP, Congress, Shiv Sena, BJP. So this was the two occasions. Then come with the third occasion, which is in 19 assembly also and Lok Sabha also, they fought together.
Right.
All four times, the percentage, the vote share is identical of all four parties. And Maharashtra is the only state where you find small and regional parties securing more, as many as 28 seats. 28
Right.
seats is a big number. Why? Because there are so many regional chhatraps and people's following and loyalty goes with them wherever they go.
Right.
I mean, if I start counting from VK Patil to Hiten Bhai Thakur to, there are so many you have never heard of it. But
Right.
they never lost election. For that matter, Baramati and Sharad Pawar, there are so many. I mean, Chhagan Bhujbal in Nasik. I start counting and I can give you 25 names. They will not lose. Why? Because of that loyalty factor.
So
So
in
Maharashtra
Maharashtra,
is a
you're saying the
different.
BJP, whatever machinations it's done so far, it is not assured of getting the kind of numbers that they want in that
Yes.
huge state that is there. Am I
On
right?
their own, on their own. Maharashtra BJP has never secured full majority seats on their own. In fact, none of the party in last 40 years.
Right. And that's the state you would say to watch
Yes.
carefully in terms, it's not going the way although the BJP has laid the ground for to get that, break the percentage of votes from that side, you could still have a shake over there. Am I right?
Yes, it is absolutely. So Maharashtra, Bihar, Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Punjab, these are the states to be looked forward, for the outcome of the 2024 elections.
Now, that's why I wanted to check quickly on this. Will arithmetic, what the BJP has also done is working both on chemistry, which is Mr. Modi, and the arithmetic, which is the alliances that they have tried to build up so that they could get the vote percentage numbers. What do you think? Will the arithmetic work? Because it has never worked. If you saw in Uttar Pradesh when we had that alliance earlier with SP and BSP, they might have had the numbers, but they never could defeat the BJP in Uttar Pradesh. Do you think this is a futile exercise by the BJP to try and build arithmetic, or just it's a force multiplier?
Say this is the mix of arithmetic, chemistry, delivery, meaning whoever is the incumbent government, whether the BJP or the opposition, the delivery or the performance, all put together make the result. So sometimes you see the arithmetic is working well, sometimes doesn't. Why? Because of the delivery matters a lot. If there is a good delivery or the performance, those two joining together will work good for them. Or
Okay, so
otherwise it won't work for them. For example, SP and BSP in Uttar Pradesh, as you are mentioning, in 19 election, Samajwadi Party secured 5 seats on their own in 2014 Lok Sabha, and 19 also with alliance, formidable alliance. With
right.
Basapa, Mayawati, they could secure only 5 seats. So it all depends, because the other side, the delivery and performance is there, where the BJP was alone.
So
They won.
you are saying the BJP has smartly brought in chemistry. It has also put in arithmetic, certain physics, if you want to add to any of the
Yeah, physics is that.
equations.
That is what is physics. Yeah.
But let us look at it. One of the things that the Congress did successfully in Karnataka, my home state, where they won through a system of guarantees. It seems Mr. Modi then has started his Modi guarantee to counter some of what the opposition is doing. But take a look at the way the Congress, in some senses, has gone about making huge promises. I think they have a list of 25 that includes giving rupees 1 lakh to women. It includes guaranteeing, MSP for the farmers, which is a big issue that's there, and a whole lot of other, goodies that the electorate. Do you think this could have an impact in terms of swaying the voter? Or they might say, look, fine, Mr. Modi did a great job, and in 5-10 years we got, but that's his job to do as Prime Minister. He has to bring development to the country. Now we need to look for more. And as we saw in Karnataka, apart from the fact that they had very poor leadership towards the end, the game changed completely for the BJP. And in Telangana, we saw, though, KCR had done so much he thought that he had done, and when I'd interviewed him, he seemed so confident, the Congress came surging back. Do you think that the kind of promises that the Congress is making at the moment, or the way it is moving, does, will hurt the BJP's chances?
Yes, I mean, promises do work when there is a non-performance on the other side. So people are looking for a change, and the moment they get somebody with these promises, and these promises is done by a credible face of the party, people go for it, which is the case in Karnataka, as you are
Right.
mentioning. Why Karnataka done that trick, and then I'll come to the Telangana as well. Because in Karnataka, if you see the BJP rule, there was three, not even BJP, three chief minister change in the
Correct.
span of 5 years. One of the JDS with alliance with Congress, about 1.5 year. Then there was a Yedurappa, and then there was a Vasavraj Bombay, and then over and above there was a Corona, and then there was a case in point, a proven track record of 5 years of Siddharamaiah government, people could easily see that who is better placed, and they
Right.
gone for Congress party. And of course, there was a promises, but there will always be a promises. Now
So
coming to
will
the
this,
Telangana.
yes, yes, sorry, go ahead.
So Telangana, if you see in whole southern India, the chemistry also you have to see the people behavior as I mentioning. 40 years in whole southern India, only two occasions the government got repeat two term, which is 2016 J. Jayalalitha and Pinarayi Vijayan left party and YSR,
Right.
YSR that time of course Congress only, the 2004 and 2009 only twice. Then he has already got the advantage, the KCR of the two-time 10 years of rule. So people were looking for a change, and Congress were very well placed in
So
Telangana.
are you saying that this will not have an impact at the center, this particular set of promises that the Congress and this huge sort of, largesse or let's say welfare schemes that they are coming out with?
That's what I say. Who is promising it? Because here people have the rule of now 10 years of BJP government, and they also know the 10 years comparison of Manmohan Singh government when Congress was in the, this thing and the alliance with others. So these parallel is very much there. Now you can also select yourself, Raj, who is better placed out of these 20 years. You will get the answer
Okay, let's
from
come to
any
some,
parameter.
yeah, let's come to some current things that have happened. One is the electoral bonds issue, which the Supreme Court has asked the SBI now to declare all the names who have donated as well as, received these amounts, mainly the political parties that have got it. How much tomorrow? I mean, there are now opposition parties trying to link quid pro quo, so-and-so gave money here and then got it. Particularly, they're trying to attack the BJP. How much damage do you think it could do to the BJP if these findings come out and if there is some sort of, because BJP has been largely accused, if you see our own Mood of the Nation polls, of being favoring big business. Do you think that will have an impact if the names start coming out and if there is any links to the BJP that begin to show up?
So it is directly again linked with the performance. If performance of the government would have been below average,
Fine.
these two things would have mattered or impacted the large section of the society. But because if there is something and then there is something called performance, if whatever weight more people go and move towards that.
So
So
you're
had there
saying that
been
will
a
not have.
performance, lack of performance, then this would have been done. Like in case of Manmohan Singh government, the
Right,
classic example, 2009,
right,
global slowdown,
right,
everybody was in problem across the globe economically, even in
right.
India. But because of that two very thing, one was the Manrega and second was the right to information. People were
Okay.
least bothered about what is happening elsewhere. My life got improved, so I am voting for the same party, and he seems to be better and gentle person. Now coming to the 2014, there was nothing to project on the Congress side except that ki Manmohan Singh, Manmohan Singh, Manmohan Singh.
Correct.
Economy was doing fairly good, but Congress lost badly. Why? Because there is a poor performance, and those whatever charges, allegation of 2G and this and that played the role as well. So there has to be a substance, then these things play the role.
All right. We've got about 3-4 minutes left in the show. Let's just look at a couple of quick questions. One is the whole Ram Temple issue and whether the CAA, of course, the Citizenship Amendment Act, will these have an impact as election issues? Will this benefit? How much will the Ram Temple issue benefit the BJP, for instance? Let's begin with the Ram Temple.
So I would say in term of vote share, because of Ram Mandir, there may be some increase in vote share, but not in the may not be in the seat share, because whoever is not voted to BJP in 2014 and 2019, I don't think because of Ram Mandir alone, people will go and vote for
Right.
BJP. I don't think so.
Okay.
But there will be some increase in vote share because of certain demography. They have been voting elsewhere. Now they will vote in this thing, but those demography and geography lies largely in Uttar Pradesh only,
Okay. The second thing is
where
the
BJP
citizenship.
may gain more votes and more seats because there is a split of alliance
Right.
than the last time the SP and BSP contesting separately this time.
Got. If you take the CAA, Citizenship Amendment Act, will it impact, not impact?
It will impact very little in West Bengal particularly and some in Assam.
Okay.
Because there
And you're
where
saying,
it matters, where is a large section of population has come from these three states which they are referring, Pakistan, Bangladesh and Afghanistan.
do you see this, the Hindutva factor, playing any role? Because the BJP has moved three cards in that one. We've seen the Ram Mandir, we have seen the CAA unfurl itself, we saw Article 370. Is that a very, I mean, Article 370 being abrogated or abolished? And is these three factors one of the things that will strengthen the BJP, the Hindutva? Do they need the Hindutva factor to work for them strongly in this election?
With Modi being there, I would say see everything contributes in victory or a defeat. That's given always. But the question is how much it has impacted. I would say hardly any impact of all these things. If BJP secure whatever number of seats, they would have secured these number of seats without all these things in place. What you are referring as a Hindutva and 370 and
So
all
right
that.
now you're saying the BJP does not need a very strong Hindutva push. Mr. Modi himself encompasses all this, and he is the real winner for real trump card for them in that sense.
In fact, it is other way around what you are saying. The
Okay.
moment you start playing that Hindutva and strong, aggressive Hindutva, what happened? It unites the other side. The
Okay.
counter polarization, the other community gets so united.
Uh-huh.
At any cost, they make a point to defeat BJP, which was the case in West Bengal assembly election.
Right.
That
Okay.
is the reason why. Can you imagine out of 294 seats, not a single seat, and with the population of 30% in West Bengal, not a single seat won by Congress and Left Party? Why? This is the precisely reason why. And see, the other side, TMC could win the historical win, winning more than 215 seats
Finally,
out of
one more
294.
factor. Yeah, one more factor. We've talked of the Hindutva factor and the fact that the BJP should avoid a Muslim consolidation because it could have an impact, and therefore their emphasis on Mr. Modi, development and all that actually benefits the
Yes,
BJP. Am I right? That's what you're
yes,
saying on that
absolutely,
front. Finally,
absolutely.
the farmers. There you have the farmers, we've again seen discontent break. Do you think this is, will have an impact on the chances of the BJP?
But Raj, the problem is that farmers is fine, but how many farmers? What is the geography? Only limited to Punjab and some to the Haryana. You see the change of leadership in Haryana also. You know, to whatever is there to counter all these factors. So
So we
whatever
have now,
Punjab anyway, BJP doesn't have any this thing footholding.
right. We have actually looked at, you're saying it'll be a limited impact if there is an impact. Am I
Of
right?
course, where there is a problem, it will impact. No, it is as simple
Right.
as that. You tell
And those
me, is there
seats,
any farmer from Uttar Pradesh, which is the neighboring
right,
of this Punjab, Haryana, and all that, Madhya Pradesh,
right,
Rajasthan? You tell me, where are the farmers
right,
of these states?
right. Finally, we have dealt with the women, we have dealt with poverty, we have dealt with farmers. Remember, this were the fourth leg of that, the youth. And unemployment continues to be high. There has been a lot of discontent. Do you think this could play a role in upsetting the BJP's plans in some senses?
This would have been played a big role, not only unemployment, I would say to large extent the inflation also. These
Correct.
Mehengai and berojgari is such an issue, is always going to be there. As you are saying, there is unemployment at its peak. You are saying that. But the question is, who is appropriate or suitable to address these issues? Had there been a credible opposition whom people can trust and they have tried and tested track record, people would have shifted to them to address these problems. But the question is, where is that credible alternate? They are all fighting for their own family and safeguard their party and their own existence. This is where the problem is. The moment you deviate from their objective, if I buy this pen, even if it doesn't write, I will throw it in the dustbin. You will replace it immediately. So this is the problem. Where is the roadmap? Who is giving the roadmap? If we come to the power, this is how we will address these inflation and unemployment issues. It's not that, and I always say that there will be problem and issues in after 50 years. Even there were issues in past 50 years. The question is, who is suitable and prepared to address these issues? There will be always be
Final question. Final question. In 2004, we saw that Mr. Vajpayee seemed very, very confident of winning. Yet, at the end of when the results came, they did lose that election. Do you think there is a chance of that happening? Is there an undercurrent? Do you think that in some senses, 20 years later, in 2024, there could be a surprise coming out and we've all misread the entire undercurrent that's there?
So, Raj, you asked me the current, the electric component. Let me tell you this. There is a current or there is no current. There is nothing called undercurrent. Often the media projects saying that undercurrent where they are not able to identify the current, so they'll say that there may be the undercurrent.
Right.
So it's not the current or there is no current.
Is there a current or not?
I don't see that there the difference in 2004 and 24. That time it was Atal Bihari Vajpayee. This time it is Narendra Modi. And that time it was some other BJP machinery. This time this is like formidable organization machinery led by Amit Shah. So this is the difference I can tell you.
And therefore, you are saying,
position to tell you the outcome of the election, but the difference I can tell you with my experience.
in short, you're saying there's no current or there is a current in favor of the BJP at the moment as we stand on this one. Am I right?
But there is nothing called undercurrent is nothing. There is a current.
Right now, the current is favoring the BJP. Whether the outcome happens as you are, the trends show up as we go along in the next 2 months, will there be a black swan event? All these are factors, but Pradeep Gupta, thank you very much. I think you've analyzed all these issues with a great deal of insight. So thank you for being with me, and thank you for watching this issue of this episode of Nothing But the Truth. I look forward to having you with me next week. Nothing But the Truth.